What if I told you it's possible to generate over 10,000 AI images a day and actually make money from them? No designers, no Photoshop, no sitting at your screen all day. In this video, I'll show you the exact system I use to create, upscale, and sell AI images automatically. Let's get into it. To start, we need to generate the images, and for that, I'm using Midjourney. Now, if you've used Midjourney before, you probably know the traditional way is through Discord. You type in your prompt, wait over 20 seconds, and then you get 4 images. If you like 1 or 2 of them, you can upscale them, which takes a few more seconds, and then you got just 1 or 2 final images ready. That's why I switched to the official Midjourney website, and let me tell you, it's a total game changer. On the website, you still use the /imagine command, but everything is cleaner, faster, and more focused. Even better, you can switch to fast mode, and if you're on the pro plan, there's relax mode, which gives you unlimited image generations, but it's much slower. This new method lets me batch generate hundreds of images per hour with way less clicking, typing, and waiting around. So if you've been using the old method, this is your sign to upgrade. Trust me, the speed boost alone makes it worth it. All right, let's generate our first 20 images in just 5 seconds. First, type your prompt into this box. It works just like typing a prompt in Discord. I'll write cat on a white background. Now press enter. Then copy the prompt on your PC using Ctrl+C and paste it into the chat using Ctrl+V. Hit enter again. Repeat this process as many times as you need. Keep in mind, the maximum number of renders at once is 10, so stop when you reach that limit. Step 2, organize and download in bulk. Once your images are ready, it's time to download them. Here's how I do it fast. On the Midjourney website, just click on Organize, then hold down your left mouse button and select all the images you want to download. Once selected, just hit download and Midjourney will zip them up for you. With this method, you can grab thousands of images in just a few minutes. Technically, there's no hard limit, but from my experience, I recommend sticking to around 1,000 images at a time. That keeps things smooth and prevents any crashes or failed downloads. Just repeat the process for the next batch. Step 3, upscaling the images. Now, this next step is where most people fail. Midjourney images look great, but the resolution, not good enough for professional use. That's why I use a tool called Topaz Gigapixel AI, and trust me, this is a game changer. With Topaz, I can automatically upscale hundreds of images at once, and it only takes about 2 seconds per image. Here is the quick guide how I do it. Import the images into the program. On the right side, copy my settings. Then click on Save Images. After that, choose Image Format, a place where you want to have the images, and click on Start. That's it. I set it up, press Start, and walk away while it works in the background. The result, massive crystal clear images that are ready for commercial use and ready to sell. Step 4. Upload to Adobe Stock. Now that your images are high res, let's get them in front of people who are actually buying them. I use Adobe Stock, one of the largest and most trusted stock image platforms in the world. And yes, they do allow AI generated images as long as they meet the quality standards and are clearly labeled as AI content. The best part? Adobe Stock pays on average around 25 cents per image sold. So if you build a portfolio with over 10,000 images, that could easily bring in $1,000 per month completely passively. So I log into my contributor dashboard, which is super easy to set up. All you need is a free Adobe account. Then I drag and drop my folder of upscaled images into the upload section, and Adobe handles the rest. Once the files are uploaded, they automatically enter the review queue, and I move on to the next batch. This part takes just a few minutes, but it gets your images in front of millions of potential buyers. At this point, you've already done about 80% of the work, and the system is already starting to work for you. Step 5, titles, keywords, and submission. All right, your images are uploaded, everything's looking great, but hold off on hitting that submit button just yet, because this next step is the one that actually determines whether you make money or whether your images just sit there gathering digital dust. Adobe Stock works like a giant search engine. If you don't add the right titles and keywords, people simply won't find your content, no matter how good it looks. And yeah, I've learned that the hard way. So here's what I do instead. I upload familiar images in the same style. For example, here I have a cat on a white background. I can copy one title and paste it on all 25 images. Like this. Same thing with the keywords. Just copy and paste them from one image. As you can see, they're still not ready. You have to click on these check marks to show Adobe Stock that it's AI generated. This is very important. If you don't do that, the website will flag the images and they won't be accepted. And that's it. Now you just click on Submit Images. Click on these 2 check marks and verify that you're human. Easy. Here you do a final check of all the images you want to send, and then you click on the submit button. Every download after that, that's a little bit of passive income rolling in, and it adds up fast when you're working at scale. That's the exact system I'm using right now. Simple, scalable, and built to make money on autopilot. For sake of time, I show you how you can do 25 images in few minutes. But with this strategy, you can do over 1,000 images per few minutes. I've also got more hidden AI tools I haven't even talked about yet. Stuff that can seriously level up your workflow. So if you're into this kind of content, check out the rest of the channel.